The Randy's Rap Speedway League is on the air! Live from Daytona International Speedway, it's the Monster Energy Cup Cars, Week 1. This broadcast being brought to you by B&P Racing Graphics. For all your in-sim graphical needs, you got something going through your mind, want to see it on your race car, B&P Graphics. You'll find them on Facebook. And Kirby's Auto Repair and Service. Also up in the booth with you tonight. Joined with me by the young gunner himself, Mr. Tyler Vickery. Tyler, I'm kind of excited for the new league that's Race 1. You're able to somehow convince these guys to let us broadcast their races to the masses. And, it should be interesting. Not a single mile, or not a single track on the schedule under 2.5 miles.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, especially when their only main tracks are going to be Daytona, Talladega, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Am I correct?
You are correct, sir, and that sounds like a whole boatload of fun to me.
Hey, a lot of pack racing. I actually can't wait to see how they do with the Indianapolis race. That's going to be fun to watch. I definitely can't wait to see, especially when all three tracks, all 2.5 miles. It's going to be a lot of good racing, especially at Daytona and Talladega. There's going to be some big pack racing. I can't wait to watch.
A lot of pack racing, a lot of restricted plate madness. And for those of you wondering what the Randy's Rap Speedway League is all about, it is going to be a 3-vehicle rotation, starting with the Monster Energy Cup cars in Week 1. Week 2 is going to see the trucks go to Talladega. And Week 3 is going to see the DW12 go to Indy, and that will be the one trip to Indy this season, and then the rest of the series will be at the plate tracks, rotating between Daytona and Talladega all season long, as we're watching them go 3 wide in hot laps. My Lanta.
And they are not backing down now.
They're not backing down now, and best to get that out of your system now, boys.
Yeah, especially if they wreck now. Hey, good way to get some practice out of it.
Get some practice out of it, but that was definitely a first you say it, then you do it kind of moment.
Most definitely.
So, hot lap's getting ready to wind down right now. Matt Kleinschmidt's at the top of the leaderboard.
Honestly, the way this racing's going, I have a feeling that it's going to end up just going to be pack racing, and just who can make it the entire distance will win this.
Well, it's kind of the, who's got the lucky rabbit's foot crammed further up their backside whenever you go to a plate track. There's some skill involved,
right,
but there's a lot of luck that has to be involved too. And
oh yeah, for sure.
So Kleinschmidt sitting at the top of the leaderboard, Jeff Mayer sitting second quick, Carter Knapp, Todd Manning, Patrick Higgins rounding out your top 5 currently.
So far, though, it seems like the Matthew and Kleinschmidt and Jeffrey Meir, looks like based on their times, looks like they were just practicing tandem drafting, as only 16 thousandths of a second difference, and everyone else has been roughly half a second slower. But it looks like some people are starting to practice tandem drafting.
And the 2-car tango does still work in iRacing. You do need to keep an eye on the 10 gauge, but the 2-car tango is really the way to go if you can find a good drafting partner, and you know, you can figure out how to keep the engine from the trailing car from hand grenading. You know, you can still make up some pretty good lap times doing it that way.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, watching, especially when watching the real life series, I've rarely see him go at all tandem drafting. But I mean, I'm shocked that iRacing still manages to somehow get it where some of these drivers can figure out how to do the tandem drafting. I'm shocked.
Well, you're not wrong. As qualifying getting ready to roll off now. Looks like Kleinschmidt in the Earnhardt Tribute car is going to be the first one to get out on track. 2 laps solo qualifying underway right now. Let's take a look at Kleinschmidt as he's all the way up next to the safer barriers, trying to give himself as much racetrack to get up to speed as possible. Look for just about every one of these drivers to throw away their first lap, because with a plate car, you're not gonna be up to speed by the time you get back to the start-finish line, no matter what you do on a 2.5-mile track. Yeah, I mean, these cars aren't actually going to reach terminal velocity until about the middle of the back straightaway on lap 1. So your first lap, you're still accelerating at this point. Like right now, Kleinschmidt still only doing 186 miles an hour and climbing as he hauls off into turn number 1. Coming out of turn 2, finally up to 187, 188, 189. And I can guarantee you he's got his foot right through the floorboard right now, pressing on that gas pedal as hard as it'll possibly go. First lap posted 48.6. Darren Manning currently sitting atop the leaderboard with a 48.2. Again, that's lap 1. Ted Manning currently sitting 4th quick. You see him right down towards the bottom right now. Flirting with disaster, getting about as close as he dares to get to that white line without having to worry about clipping it.
Time's coming in right now. Carter and Knapp taking the pole spot right now currently.
Knapp, first one into the 47s. Ted Manning going 47.9. Only 2 cars currently into the 47s. At 3 as Cody Trudell-Cote goes into the 47s.
Jumps up the second, 9 thousandths of a second slower than Carter. Actually, make the whoa as more. Kevin Spencer jumps up to the top now.
Manning going back to the point. A lot of leapfrogging going on. Manning, Spencer, Knapp, Littner, Kleinschmidt sitting 5th quick. Got a whole bunch of cars. The entire top 10 into the 47s now.
Yeah, this is where it's going to be pack racing at its finest.
Well, if you take a look at the top 12, even the top 10.
Darren Manning's coming to complete his lap, and 47.94 doesn't improve much.
Okay, so if you take a look at the times for the top 10, less than 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, I mean, more like the
12.
top 12.
Yeah.
I mean, you could in a sense add in 13th, as he's right at that 1/10 mark. Oh, never mind, as he gets dropped down now. 13 cars now, less than a 10th.
14, 15 cars.
It keeps going down and down. It's
This is
Greg
insane.
Rasmussen from the number 7. 1/1000th of a second he beats Ted Manning. Wow.
And that is going to do it for qualifying. Done. So, again, inaugural race with the group here. So, taking a look at the starting grid, starting up on the point, 47.825. Greg Rasmussen taking the first ever pole in the Randy's Rap Speedway League. Ted Manning starting outside, row number 1. Row 2 is going to go to Kevin Spencer and Alex Bowman. And Tyler, you now have a mission. Check and see if...
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Check and see if that's who I actually think it is. Row number 3 is going to be Carter Knapp and Scott Litzner. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of these names. Row number 4 is going to see Matt Kleinschmidt start next to Cody Trudel-Cote. Row 5 is going to see Jeff Mayer and Julian Inman.
On the 6th row, it's going to be number 54 of Rando. Following side by side with him on the outside, it's going to be number 10 of Jarrett Russell. And row number 7, it's going to be number 69 of Rick Greenaway. Hope I'm saying that right. On the outside with him, it's going to be Rob Hopp. In the 12th, let me see, I'm making sure one. Yeah, on the 13th row, sorry. It would be number 420 of Donovan Ratna. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm butchering it.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, and then alongside him is going to be the number 24 of Darren Manning. On the next row after that, number 87 of Rick Mitchell Jr. Alongside with him is going to be number 26 of Justin Fiat. And then rounding out the row, number 10 is going to be number 350, Alec Keinsler. I'm probably butchering that as well.
Let's go with Kinsler.
And alongside of him is going to be the number 44, Brandon.
Row number 11 is going to see Mike.
Are going to be
row number 11 is going to see Mike Adele and Andy Payton. Row 12 is going to see Marcio Moraes and Jacob Prince. Marcus Brown and Pat Higgins going to start up in row 13, and that is going to do it for our grid. And I am now looking for... there he is. So,
I know you were talking earlier about Alex Bowman, you said?
Yeah, is that really him?
The name sounds familiar. When I looked up his driver profile, I don't think that's the real one, because this is real life. I do know Alex Bowman, who drives the number 8 for Nationwide Monster Energy Cup car. As Alex and I went to the same high school, as we're both alumni. When I looked up the driver profile, this Alex Bowman is from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
As myself and the real life Alex Bowman that runs in the Monster Energy, he grew up over in Tucson, Arizona.
Just like we do know that the number 24, Darren Manning, is not the same Darren Manning who drove in the racing league. So pace car making that hard right turn, and we are live from Daytona.
Already using the
Rasmussen already getting a decent jump. Jumping up to the high line. They're side by side.
2 by 2, all first three rows. I mean, everyone else is starting to spread out a little bit, but it won't take long for them to start coming back together.
As Kevin Spencer is all over the track into net coding. Good grief, that had to be a scary moment for everybody around him.
Most definitely.
That car hit everyone except David Williams for number 2.
Oh, as there goes Spencer again.
Oh, let the games begin. Spencer, Knapp, Rasmussen, Kleinschmidt, and Manning, your top 5 right now.
Ooh, there goes Spencer again.
I'm thinking the admins may want to have him the track fell out of the way.
Yeah, I'm really worried about. The only thing I'm worried about is the 55. He's close to where you can give him a nice little bumper to get going a little bit, but yeah, when he's sticking out, it's a little skip. As there he goes again.
That's got to be a pucker moment for everyone behind him.
Yeah, I think one of the drivers was just saying something to Kevin over the radio. I was just listening into the radio, and one of the drivers was just giving a heads up on that. Yeah. Also, another heads up: we did lose Jacob Prince. Looks like he's having the connection issue. And as well as Alex Keinsler, he's also in pits.
Not sure what happened there.
Looks like
the 86 is taking it pit, or 96 is taking it pit side. So that's going to hand the lead of the race over to Carter Knapp.
Yeah, I'm looking back towards the 350. It looks like the 350 had an internet issue as well, and he took it pit side, and looks like he's dropped out of the race as well. Or never mind, he's trying to come back in, but he's still having internet issues as well.
Fair enough. This back is definitely they're giving each other plenty of room. As you see, a couple guys just touched the apron coming from the 3-4 complex. But these guys are giving each other a little bit extra room, being as this is the race that you guys had with each other. Still in the dating phase of the relationship.
Yep.
As you and I have been with leagues that have run together thousands upon thousands of laps together. These guys not so much yet. So it's still, you're kind of, seeing where the boundaries are. And, who can whose butt can you stick a finger in and not get slapped?
Most definitely. I've been in that situation a lot of times.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Wait. Oh, okay. Carter's still holding up in front. Looks like 55 and 3 are putting a little bit of the gap on the back two rows. Alright, front 50 almost got close to making some contact. As Holden still looks like the first 3 cars are right now single file, while the 4 rows behind them are all double file. But they're giving each other plenty. Well, they were giving each other plenty of room. Almost had a little bit of contact. Coming through turns 2 now. Matthew. We got a slow run down on the apron. That's giving him some room. Julian Inman. Everyone being patient right now. We got, right now, I think it's now just a fuel mileage race. 55 car taps led a few laps other than Kevin Spencer, who did have the internet issues. They're almost forcing it through a little 2 spots further back. Jeffrey Mears trying to defend his.
I would like to apologize to our fans. Something went haywire with the last update. I don't know why that black line just appeared on screen. Not sure why that's there.
Oh, that's never fun.
No, it's not. It's appearing in the stream, but it's not on my screen. Looking at my my actual live in sim.
Oh, what are you missing?
There's some sort of black line on the screen. I don't know what it is.
That's odd. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, we do apologize for that. It's the first time we've seen that.
Let's see if we can get rid of that, shall we? That's not what I wanted to do.
As the 50 and the 33 almost made contact, the 50 and the 69 of Jeffrey Meir and Rick Greenway are holding that outside line. Everyone else is single file down the low lines. Everyone's starting to play the waiting game now, as it looks like 69 might have an opportunity to dive down low, but will he dive down? Actually, Ted Manning has now jumped up to the high line. He's going to try to see if he can make this outside line work as well. And he drops it back down low. So far, everyone's been taking it nice and smooth. No big incidents right now. Right now, if you look at the top 10 is only separated by a full second from the leader to the more actually the 11th place driver, and all the way back to the 54 is right up in line, staying in the line. 42 of Alex Bowman and Jared Russell are just slowly hanging back, but they're expecting if there is any wreck that happens, they're going to be ready for it. Right now, the way these guys are racing, they're taking it really nice and clean. They're a lot of racing to go. Only 11 laps in to 150 lapper.
Well, you're not wrong.
33 and the 7 are looking up the outside line. Slide back in slowly. Very, very cautious. Knapp still taking the lead as he crosses the start-finish line.
There, I think I've got it fixed now.
Alex Bowman, Jared Russell, falling back a little bit. They're about 5/10 of a second back, but they're giving a nice little gap though in case something does happen. Which, in my opinion, I don't blame them. I'd rather stay in the draft a little bit, but in case a wreck does happen, they can easily check them out. Plenty of room.
Well, the thing is, we are working,
the rest of the... Oh, sorry,
go ahead. I was going to say, we're working lap 12, and, the tires are going to start to get up. You burn some fuel off, the back end's going to start to get a little bit light, and, this is the time where things get dangerous because you're just coming off of, feeling like Superman, and now the car's starting to kind of settle into race mode, and it's going to start to slip and slide. And if you notice, these guys are starting to get single file, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, never is. I mean, they're more knowing that this is going to be a long race, 150 laps. I mean, not even a third of the way through the race, and it's more they've got to get the strategy down, make it through these first couple of pit stops, and then they can make their decisions. Woo, we had someone just jump out of line there real quick. Yeah, we got a crash. That was number 69 of Rick Greenway into the infield, spinning around. No caution yet.
Caution yet is right. Let's take a look and
And
see what happened to Greenway there. Just got bumped at the wrong time and just ate the wall. Oh, collected the 20 behind him.
Yeah, he looks like he tried to come back down a line, and the 50 had a lot more momentum from the draft and just caught him in the worst. No caution though.
Well, he spun down into the grass without a racing line, so you know the sim is not going to call a caution at that point. Although Greenway did make it back to pit, he is going to be sitting there quite a while.
Yeah, he did tow original. As the leaders are starting to close in on a slower car right now. I believe that is
Andy Payton.
Let's see who that would be. That would be the number 80 of Andy Patton. Being smart though and staying up on the high line, letting these leaders go by down low. That's a smart move.
So just a little bit of there we go. I should be back now. A little bit of issue with Discord. Discord and I have a love-hate relationship. It loves to make me hate it. So working lap 16 of 150. Knapp, Kleinschmidt, Littner, Manning, Rasmussen, Cody, Trudell, Cote, and I hope I'm saying that right, Cody. I'm sorry if I'm not. Rick Mitchell Jr., Brandon Morris, Patrick Higgins, and Rando rounding out your top 10. And
Patrick Higgins, I believe Patrick Higgins had a little bit of an issue. I'm gonna look back a replay because he just all of a sudden dropped like a step.
It's a good possibility.
Drew? Oh, there was a checkup in the middle of the pack, and he went to go up the outside line and had a checkup to avoid the 87 of Rick Mitchell.
Fair enough.
Slowly hanging on that pack, but he shouldn't have enough draft where he can catch back up to those top 10 and
we're definitely seeing two distinct packs forming. You've got your top 11, and then from 12th back, they're over 10 seconds away.
Yeah, it looks like when that crash happened with the with number 69, it broke up the 42 and the 50 got left out, mainly with the 50 causing it having to check up, and 42 not being further back didn't help as well. So they're going to be slowly losing ground. It's right now going to be an 11-car race right now for the rest of this race until a big caution happens. That's going to be the key thing there.
Okay, so get your hate mail coming, folks. That's Tyler Vickery, Tampa, Florida, P.O. Box OU812.
Oh, don't say I'm going to jinx this again.
Yeah, you just did.
Three cars just staying right up the rear bumper of Carter. They've been running well, but now it looks like everyone else is slowly closing in.
Well, if you look at what the three car is doing, he's staying close enough to get the draft effective, but he's dipping out just enough to get some air to the braking. And you'll notice that everybody in that line seems to be playing off the same kind of idea with that.
Yeah.
The quickest way to hand grenade one of the engines in a cup car is to stay sucked right up to the rear bumper of the car.
Yeah, that will overheat the cars very quickly in less than about not many laps, probably about 50 laps roughly, and it'll definitely hand grenade. right now from the split from 11 to 12 right now is a full 10 seconds. We'll probably start seeing some other lap cars that are out of the pack that they'll probably get closed in on pretty soon.
Whoa, is
Oh boy, that
Littner
was close.
having to go to the
3-wide.
apron. He's gonna drop like a stone.
That was Scott Littner. Let's see what happened there.
Let's go to the replay.
Oh, got on the apron, lost it.
Here they are coming out of the 3-4 complex. Watch Littner. I think that's going to be him third in line. Looks like he may have had a little bit of help. Yep, the 33 caught him wrong, and just it was kind of hang on for your life at that point. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Littner has lost the draft. He's going to be a sitting duck.
Yeah. 10 car. No, it's split up, and then I mean, we got little gaps, but they still top 10 should be easily close back together.
And I dare say we're closing in on the time where we're going to start seeing blue flag stops.
Most definitely, as we're reaching right now, getting ready to complete lap 22. As the leaders are closing in on the number 8 of Marcus Brown, as well as he is the last car in the lead.
So this is going to leave 16 cars still on the lead lap. Brown 11-17. And he knows what's coming, so he's just staying high, staying out of the way, and giving these guys plenty of room to underneath them.
Yep. Smart move there by Marcus. And then he could easily come back and form up behind him and get some extra draft. Whoa, as the 54's diving down.
I think the 64 misjudged the closing speed there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get an extra draft, and that would have been really bad. So now Marcus Brown is now closing back up. Looked like he was trying to get back into the draft.
Well, he's getting a little bit of a toe off a hop right now, but I don't think it's going to do him a whole lot of good.
No, I noticed he had some right rear damage, as well as the spoilers. That probably is going to not help him with drafting, help with having enough downforce.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to be the death knell for that vehicle today.
Most definitely.
So Rick Mitchell Jr. Gets into Brandon Morris. Backs off a little bit. It's gonna open up a gap that Mitchell may have just shot himself in the foot.
That's not good. He's all in from the high line, but if he can come back down on the behind the 23 and stay in a little bit of draft, still get some kind of toe and still
No, I'm talking about the 80.
shot.
I'm talking about the 87, not the 64.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where I got the 64 from.
But 64 is a lap.
Alrighty then.
I think. I'm not seeing 64.
I'm not seeing that 64 number. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the 54.
Is that,
54
that's Rando.
Randa.
Okay.
It's just the way
I hate that
he
font.
looks. It caught me off.
Yeah, I hate that font.
Car down. That'd be 96 of Kevin Spencer down on the apron. 14 laps down currently.
So meanwhile, at the front of the field,
Whoa, 54 is down in the grass now. Oh, look out. And into the wall. Still rolling, no caution yet.
Well, he's out of the racing line, that's why. Meanwhile, up in front, working lap 27 as they're coming up on the lap car. That is the 10 of Derek Russell. That's,
Russell staying nice and high, giving them plenty of room. We got 9 cars left in this lead pack right now. Slowly but surely dwindling.
Knapp, Klein, Schmidt, Manning, Rasmussen, and Bell Coates, your top 5 currently.
Looks like Ted Manning and Greg Mooson taking the option. Well, they were looking at going on the high line, and then they decided to come back down.
Looks like they're going to try it this time as they haul off into turn number 3. Side by side, Knapp tries to throw the block. He realizes that Kleinschmidt's been working with him, and it's just going to leave him hanging out to dry.
Yeah, 43 and the 44 down on the low side. So it looks like they're hanging in there, but it probably won't be too long before they start falling back a little bit.
Well, the thing is, yeah, 2 cars. If you can do it right, 2 cars will work, but you're gonna need some help, especially with Carter and Kleinschmidt in lockstep right now at the front of the field.
Yeah, because when they just did that, the 43 is almost seemed like he got left out behind, and there goes the 44, I believe that was that duck down low.
Brandon Morris on the 44.
Okay. 33 just been left out to dry now. He's stuck up in that high lane all by himself. He's going to fall back a few positions. I think he cuts off the nose of the 87 there. Oof, that was a little close.
Got some early takers going pit side. Got to kind of wonder when this front pack is going to...
Most definitely. The question is going to be when are they going to start pitting?
Well, they're currently working lap 31 of 150, so this is where it gets interesting.
Yep, as number 7 of Greg Rasmussen, he's getting some air in the engine as well as looked like he was contemplating on whether he wanted to go to the outside lane again. And there he goes. There goes the 7 looking on the outside, trying to get around the 43.
Well, he's going to need some help to do it.
Yeah,
you can't just.
Like he's finally getting.
Oh, you can't just duck out and you can't just duck out and from a draft and hope that you're going to be able to make that pass. You've got to really, you got to time your runs, and you're gonna need help with that.
Yeah, most definitely. As he had 43 jumping up to the outside line when he tried to make that attempt, and he had to halt his progress. Otherwise, he would have caused the accident there with 44 as he was trying to dive back down low on that previous. 55 and the 3 are they're just staying together the entire time. I don't even think the 3 has even looked at trying to go on the outside.
Well, no, because he knows that it's only lap 33, and there's only one lap that really matters as far as leading.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, most definitely. Right now, front 9 are only separated by a second. Patrick Higgins is rounding out the tail end of this lead pack. Further back is from 10 to 12th. Alex Bowman, Jeffrey Mears, and Scott Lanier. They're just hanging in there. Just gonna try to last as long as we can. Currently 21 seconds. We got a caution. Whoa, 87 of Rick Mitchell and the 23 of Rob Hope involved.
Let's take a look at what happened there, as I had just flashed away to see what was going on. Oh. Oh my.
Oh, that was interesting.
Very much so. Let's see what the chopper picked up on that one. See the 87 there on the high side. That's Mitchell Jr. And Hop on the low side. I'm thinking the spotter dropped the ball.
I'm thinking so too, because he started moving left and just almost looked as if he didn't realize the 23 was there. Major damage on both cars. That's going to give Alex 10th place on back on the lead lap. That's going to give him a big break with this caution.
Absolutely. That's the break that those guys needed. So.
Oh, most definitely. Because it looked like the 24 and the 26 looked like they were about ready to go a lap down. Marcus Brown's one lap down, so I believe he should get the luck.
Would like to take a quick moment to remind you that you are watching the Randy's Rap Speedway League Season 1, Race 1 from Daytona International Speedway. This broadcast is being brought to you by B&P Graphics. For all your in-sim graphical needs, B&P, you can find them on their Facebook page. And also by Kirby's Automotive Repair. If you are in the Boochburg, Wisconsin area, give them a call at 920-552-0474 for all your automotive repair needs. Fast, honest repair, and they'll get you back out on track as quickly as they can. So...
Oh, looks like the 7 of Greg Rasmussen. He slid through his pit box there a little bit.
And the 24 of Darren Manning stayed out.
Interesting.
And they went in lockstep, and they came out in lockstep. Knapp winning the battle off pit road. Kleinschmidt sitting currently in third, with Manning having stayed out.
This will be interesting. I wonder if Darren's just out there just to get that lap and then hitting, if there's any bonus points involved.
Well, we're about to find out.
Because if that's the case, he's got a bonus point there for leading a lap. If that's the case.
Manning showing the way, and it looks like he's going to stay out. Kind of surprising there, as he's 35 laps into his current fuel stint. Not sure how much longer he's going to be able to make it.
That's interesting. I'd be curious as well. I mean, I have a feeling they're probably running a full tank, but I mean, still going 37 laps and plus not going into the pits yet. That'll be interesting.
Well, at that point, you're a sitting duck at this point with everybody
Most
around
definitely.
you on, 4 brand new Dr. Feelgoods.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see what happens there, because that's kind of odd seeing him still hanging out. I mean, unless he's got a different strategy altogether, but
Well, we've seen it
that
before
would
where a
be
driver will stay out through most of the caution, then with when the 2 to go comes up, they duck down the pit lane right then and there, so that should the race stay green, and this race very easily could have stayed green. It was just a momentary lapse of judgment on the spotter's part there that really caused this one to go. Uh, that really caused this one to go yellow. But should this race stay green, Manning will have A, the fresher tires, and B, the most fuel in his tank. So,
definitely.
we could,
be
with 2 to go, which we're coming up on right now, we could see Manning duck down pit road at the last second.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that could be a good pit strategy too, if he wants to be like the last car and not have to pit at later on at the end of the race, and if there's like laps to go, that'd be a smart move on his part. And did not duck down pit road this time.
We should get 2 to go this time across the stripe. Lights are still... Oh, 1 to go. This is going to get interesting.
This will be very interesting now.
Because not only is he going to be by his lonesome, he's got to be praying for a quick caution at this point, because you're
That's 37, a big risk here. If he's
37, yeah, 37 laps is a big ask.
Yeah, I mean, right now, working lap 38. I mean, he's the only one that's not pitted yet, and I'm curious on what his strategy is, because if it stays green, he's got to go down the pits. He's going to be at least a minimum of 20 seconds down, probably more. I mean, he'll probably even lose a lap too, based on once everyone else gets up to speed, or if everyone's already up to speed. This is going to get very interesting quick. I'm going to be very curious on.
So Manning, Knapp, Kleinschmidt, Trudel-Foe, Rasmussen, Manning, Higgins, Bowman, Morris, and Littner, your top 10. As Field working his way out of turn number 4. Roof pace car getting ready to make that hard left turn, at which point we're going to be green. Here we go. And a lot of jockeying going on.
He's hanging in there. He's up front now, but it's going to be interesting because he's not going to get any kind of fuel saving out of it.
The question is, you got to wonder how many laps before these guys go bingo.
Most definitely, as everyone is starting to spread out now.
Oh,
and
there it is.
There goes the 3, just leaving them behind now.
Kleinschmidt to the point.
I can guarantee that those old tires are definitely not helping the 24 get up to speed now. It's, ooh, look out. He almost got off the 7. He's a sitting duck now.
Oh, yeah, they're just going to freight train him.
He's got an opportunity to dive down low now if he can dive down low and fit in line.
He kind of had to at that point. You know, good on Alex Bowman for giving him a hole to climb into. Now the question is, what's going to happen from here? How much fuel does he have left in the tank? Are those tires going to be able to allow him to put the car where he needs to stay in the draft? And what's going to happen here? It's all a bunch of questions, as is normal with race 1.
Yeah. That's right now working lap 41. I mean, 41 laps on those tires. Those tires are probably screaming at him, right?
Not wrong. for darn sure.
Everyone's strung. First, let's see. First 8 cars are all lined up, while the rest of the field, all the way up from 9th on back, are all straight out.
That's Brandon Morris in the number 44 79. He's going to need to get some help from behind him, and I'm not sure if 26 is willing to do so yet.
I'm not sure. It looks like he's got enough room where he can get a draft. Just the way the back half of this lead pack is, they're just spreading out a little too much. If they don't close in, they're gonna really lose this pack soon.
Very much so. And I'm thinking Alex Bowman might be getting just a little bit frustrated with Jared Manning before. We've seen Bowman look low a couple of times, and unfortunately, hang on to her, son.
Oh boy. Bowman's taking it outside, as well as the 17 of Patrick Higgins.
Well, I'm thinking Higgins
annoyed with the 20.
I was gonna say, I think Higgins just saw what happened to the 24. He's like, yeah, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Higgins falling
it's one
back
thing.
a little.
It's one thing to catch the apron. It's another thing to catch the apron on old tires. You're basically just saying, yeah, I don't want to, you know.
Most definitely.
Meanwhile, up in front, the top 4 are starting to stretch their legs a little bit. As Bowman finally did get around the 24, he's currently sitting in 6th, and he's starting to reel these guys back in.
Whoa! There goes that
That's
24
Manning
that we were talking about. Or
Yellow.
Yeah, the 24 as he crashes into pit road and causes the caution because.
Well, let's see if he had any help.
Oh, I'm sorry. Scratch that. My apologies. 50 and Jeffrey Mir and Jared Russell involved.
Well,
My apologies there.
The 24 did kind of, he blew his pit entry.
Yeah, he did a last
Holy
second move. Oh. And then the carnage happening later on. Yeah, oh my. Yeah, that was
the 80 just runs over the 50.
Oh man.
Okay, we've got to do this. We're gonna back this up. And guess what we're going to, folks? Yes, you guessed it. Helmet cam.
Just watching that from the in-car cam at 10.
Well, we're watching from the helmet cam that we've got on Jarrett Russell's helmet right now. He's working his way out of turn number 4 right now. He's far enough back. He's lost the draft. He sees the smoke going there, and there's the trouble breaking out in front of him, and just cold trickles it.
Yep.
That's one of those, thank God this is a simulator moments that we have once a race.
Most definitely.
That would have definitely been a trip to the infield care center otherwise.
Yes, as 33 is in pit road. I don't think he was involved in any of it, but it looks like he's getting some gas or whatnot. Not sure. He is on the lead lap, though.
No, the 33 caught a piece of that one when the 50 started spinning.
Ah, okay. Probably getting some damage fixed up very quickly.
Wow.
He better get going soon, otherwise he will be a lap.
Jeepers. And it looks like the 80 may possibly be catching a black flag.
Probably. He's probably got a lot of damage, some damage too, that he wants to get fixed.
I don't know about that, but he just came down pit road like a screaming banshee.
Probably got a speeding penalty.
Well,
I would not be surprised.
54 getting the lucky dog. Let's see if the Jarrett Russell is available. If he's out of the infield care center yet. Looks like he may have disconnected.
Yep, he's disconnected, and I don't see him on the Discord either. I think he's completely left.
Probably not a happy camper. No fast repairs. So yeah, that's a rough one. That's definitely a rough one.
Yeah. Ted Manning's still sitting there. He's now a lap down, but I think there must have been something else that happened. He's got to get a lot of repair.
Probably so. But
I guess we can say 24 got lucky, but making that mistake though, it's got him a black flag and everything for unsafe pit entrance, and he's now a lap down to that. So that strategy would have worked, but making that mistake, that really cost him there.
yeah, unfortunately, but it's a restrictor plate track. You've got to gamble. If you ever hope of getting anything going, you need to gamble on the restrictor plate tracks.
Most definitely.
And you got to hope that you're lucky. And unfortunately, for Darren Manning, it didn't work out the way he hoped. Up at the front of the field, though, you've got Matt Kleinschmidt, Carter Knapp, Greg Rasmussen, Cody Trudel-Cote, and Alex Bowman running top 5. Brandon Morris, Patrick Higgins, Justin Fiak. I hope I'm saying that right, Justin. If I'm not, go ahead and just put me on blast later. Marcio Morales, Scott Lichtner, rounding out your top 10. As we are closing in on the 1/3 mark of this field, or of this race, I should say, as working lap caution, currently 6 laps under caution. I do want to give a shout out real quick to all the people watching in the live stream. Welcome. As our resident awesomeness from across the pond there, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, moderating over there. Thankfully for us. Hopefully we'll be able to get Sam in one of these broadcasts sometime soon. So, lights go out on the pace car. Would like to point out that if you do like the action you're seeing on track tonight, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget that after the race, the live broadcast is over, we will be taking live comments with your iRacing screen names if you want to get in on the action for next week's race, which will be Trucks from Dega. Trucks from Dega. Just drop a comment in the replay comment section with your iRacing screen name, and we'll get that passed along for the league admins.
Donovan, the 420 card penalty to go to, and I am having server lag like crazy.
Okay, so it's not just me. Go ahead and just reboot your, or just hit the refresh button on your Discord, and it should clear things up for you. As we are getting ready to go back live, Kleinschmidt in control of the field. Green flag comes out. Green. And Kleinschmidt, wasting no time, just drops the hammer. 55 tries to go with him, shuts the door, but Rasmussen is right there with him. So Rasmussen and Knapp almost have a meeting of minds in the trioval. Knapp
Boy,
finally
that
able to
was
drop
close.
in front of Bowman. And I think they may have caught Bowman off guard. He's way up the track and trying to stay off of 55. 55 puts the
And
daylights
3
out
is
of the
sitting
7.
duck.
And the 3 is spinning. No, he's not.
The 3 is the leader, and he had no help. Everyone came up on the outside, and he dropped from the lead down the fourth currently.
And unfortunately, that's what happens when you get that big of a jump at a plate track. You're kind of a sitting duck at that point. As Rasmussen to the point, going to be leading his first lap of the night. Got Knapp behind him. The 44 of Morris dropping in behind Kleinschmidt.
Looks like Bowman's going to look at diving down low if he can.
Whoa!
There we go.
That's a fucker moment. You know what's a good race when I'm whiting up my chair in front of my desk and I don't even have to feel on.
It's definitely been an interesting race, that's for sure.
A lot of drama playing out already, and we are just coming up on the 1/3 mark.
Been a good race so far, hasn't Everyone's starting a single file now.
Well, front of the pack starting a single file. As the whole top 15 starting to get single file. Manning in the 33 trying to get a run on the 26. Now Manning right now is your lucky dog. That's Ted Manning in the 33, mind you. Darren Manning in the 24 back there. And
Greg with 7 had an issue. He's slow.
And the 7, Rasmussen, what happened there?
Ooh, it was actually some contact with...
They timed that one wrong.
Oh, it was the leader.
That was your front 2 runners. That was Knapp and Rasmussen having a meeting of the minds coming through the trioval. That's when bump drafting goes horribly wrong, horribly quickly. Luckily, neither one of them really hit anything solid. It was just they lost the draft.
Yep. I guess the 3 back up to the
3 back up to the point. He's got the 44 behind him. And that's Alex Bowman in the 42 on the high side. Hanging in there with some side draft help. But,
there we go.
Oh, what the heck happened?
That was the 43 sliding down the backstretch. Oh, that's gonna be more damage. That was Cody Trudell Coat involved in that.
Okay, apparently I'm not live. There it is. Had some help from the 20. Ouch.
Just went to give him a bump draft in the wrong spot there and just got him very tail happy and around.
George, we're watching this again. Probably a good thing I wasn't live. And the 50 catches one to the face again.
Oof.
Oh, if it wasn't for bad luck. Good grief. Jeff Mayer wouldn't have any luck at all, but bad luck.
Yeah, most definitely. Looks like the amount of damage on a 43. It is. His race is done. It's. I mean, he can still get the car moving, but it's going to be a while to get that car just to even get remotely.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the 50. He's still on the lead lap, and we saw him catch one to the face already.
Yeah, and that was the second one.
I'm thinking
he might. As well.
These guys might have a fast repair. That's something we forgot to ask.
I don't know, though.
Yes, they do have a fast repairs. We just watched all the damage get fixed on the 43. Gonna go to the tail end of the field, entering a closed pit, but at least Trudell Coat is able to get that car repaired back underway in about 16 seconds, as
That's the
opposed
three
to.
cars.
Go ahead.
Oh. I was just saying the 3 cars going pit side, along with the 66 of Scott and Lanier, Jeffrey Meir in the 50, 54 of Rando, and the 55 of Carter.
Well, the 50 kind of had to go pit side because he's the one that caught the race car to the face there.
Yeah,
The
I'm
50.
kind of surprised he didn't have any kind of major damage from what I saw. It looked like he just like went right on through as if nothing happened.
Well, the 55 had to come in too, probably for a clean pair of shorts after the little scare he had earlier. So
Most
Brandon
definitely.
Morris staying out, Bowman staying out, Mariah staying out, Higgins staying out, and Rick Mitchell Jr. staying out, as well as Marcus Brown in the 8. So your top 6 all staying out. This is where it gets fun. So you've got around 19 to 20 laps for your top 6.
Well, seeing how far the 24 got, it's got to be full fuel, so it's probably about a little over 40, probably about 45 laps, maybe 50. That's just cutting it close. So I mean, they got enough to get another decent run in, but there's that question mark keeps popping up all the time.
They could pretty much make it just about to the halfway point.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
So lights still on the pace car. Let's see if we can talk to one of these guys in the top 5. Morris, Bowman, Morias, Higgins, or Mitchell Jr. See if any of them are available to have a little chat with us.
Morris, our leader, is on. You want me to bring him up?
Yeah, go ahead. Grab our leader, Brandon Morris. Talk to him about some fuel strategy.
All right. Here he comes.
Brandon Morris, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
Yeah, man. I hear you loud and clear.
So, a little bit of a fuel strategy starting to play out here. About what are you guys thinking you can get for a full boat of fuel on a run?
Yeah, it's hard to say right now. When I did fill up the 18.7 gallons, I think I was showing roughly 98. I'm down to 11.6 gallons roughly at the moment, and it shows 68 laps, which is going to be inaccurate this time, but I'm just going to play it by ear, man, and hope I can stay up front.
So with 18 gallons in the boat, you're still at 11, so you're not even halfway through your fuel run yet.
Yes, first caution, I pitted and topped off. I was running somewhere around the 7th spot at the time, and I took the fuel, a full tank of fuel at that time, and right now, like I said, I'm showing 11 gallons in the tank and 71 laps remaining. Right now at 52.
All right, fair enough, sir. Best of luck to you, and we'll let you get back to it, and hopefully we'll talk to you in about 100 laps in the post race. Go ahead and put him back where you got him from. Here we go.
Yep.
As the lights go out on the pace car. So Morris going to show the way. Bowman on the outside, and this is where the game begins. You got Bowman, Morris, Higgins, Marias, Mitchell, Brown, Kleinschmidt, Mayer, Knapp, and Lichter. Rounding up the top 10. Again, you are watching the Randy's Wraps Speedway League. Season 1, Race 1. This Cup cars at Daytona. Next week we will be at Talladega with the trucks. And then the following week we're taking the W12 to Indy. So 3 cars rotating the schedule. And it's all 2.5 mile tracks. 2.5 mile and bigger. As Talladega is, of course, 2.6 miles. So, currently working lap 57 of 150 as the pace car works its way out of turn number 4. You got to kind of wonder if Morris is going to learn from the mistake that Kleinschmidt made.
Green, green, green.
As he rolls into the trigger, doesn't just hammer it. Bowman getting a good run on the high side. They're side by side. Hauling off into turn number 1.
20 looked like it was about ready to force a 3 wide there for a sec. It looks like Alex is going to try to slide down low if he can. It's going to be very tight.
Well, Bowman's kind of hung out to dry right now. He's got no help on the high side. Here comes the aid of Marcus Brown. Don't know if Brown's going to be able to get to him in time, though.
I don't think he will, but right now, the rate they're going, he might have an opportunity. It's starting to get a run. They just need a lot of the cars further back are just starting to get spread out a little bit. Really not a lot of help on the outside.
These guys are just slugging it out up front. It's getting to the point where they're starting to try to see what they've got, and they're showing a little less patience.
Yeah, especially with it being third of the way through. It's getting close where it's going to be go time. In another 50 laps, it'll be go time.
You're absolutely right there.
Whoa! We got one in the wall.
There it is.
And that's a big wreck.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Kleinschmidt involved. The 55 of Knapp involved.
That hurt. I saw a car go ARCA braking into someone. Oh, that was not.
Let's.
A lot of damage on a few of these cars.
Jeepers.
3 car looks like his engine's about ready to blow.
A lot of cars with their engines about ready to blow. Let's watch the 55 here as he gets shoved down to. Yeah, that's. Jeepers. Oh, my Atlanta. Thank God. Yeah. Thank God this is a simulator. Plain and simple there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would also recommend watch the 8 car. The one that first hit the wall and got hit. I don't know how far back there was another car that came. Oh, man, but he actually looked... Ooh. Might be wrong. Let me try to find the car that launched. Because there was a car that launched in the air and
well, that was the 55.
went right through it as if nothing.
That was the 55 that went airborne.
Oh my!
I think that may have been Ted Manning that we saw.
Well, that was a 33 of Ted Manning actually going airborne. That was who I saw. He just ramped off the 3.
All right, so we're watching here. Manning and that group are just so far back that it's kind of scary. Here they are coming through the trial. The accident's already happened in front of them, and there it is. ARCA crunch. And sorry, not sorry, Ronnie Osborne.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't understand, a very good friend of ours actually does drive ARCA, and we bust on him all the time for using what's commonly referred to as the ARCA brake in iRacing.
Yep.
So.
I was there when he ran the real life race. I was there with him. Yeah, I can easily relate with that with him. And it looks like I think his engine blew because he's coming to a crawl.
Ooh, the 33. Yeah, he's completely. He has no power in that car. So
it looks like he's gonna get some help.
That's Greg Rasmussen gonna be pushing him, helping him getting back to pit lane. As being race one, teams are starting to form up here. Rasmussen's gonna need to go pit side though, unfortunately. He's still got some. The car's still running, but for how much longer?
I wonder if he should still have a faster pit left, I believe, but I think he's trying to catch back up to the front leaders because the leaders right now are getting ready to go into turn 3.
They are, and I believe pits are going to be open this time for lead lap cars. As everybody else who's already pitted is involved in that fracas there. The 8 of Brown, Cody Trudeau, Trudeau, Rando, Manning, Meyer, Friak, Rasmussen, Knapp, Kleinschmidt, Inman, all involved in that one. Looks like the 20 may be looking no. This top group is going to stay out again. They're probably only about halfway through the fuel load because we only got a handful of laps in there. That was wow. I mean, what more can you say there? And Sam just called it in the stream. Arca, yeah, of course, Sam.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was pretty much Arca. My golly. That was, yeah, if I was Ted, I would have been slamming on the brakes in a heartbeat because, yeah, there ain't no way he could have made it through that. Just even going full speed ahead because, oh boy.
So, and just so you folks are aware, the normal broadcast for the Southern Motorsports sorry, I just lost my train of thought. The Southern Motorsports Land Rover Jaguar Cup League, they are on holiday break this week. And next week, it'll be our very own SCB himself in the booth for that one with Mr. Scotty Brinson. They will be broadcasting that one, and Tyler and I are going to be at Dega with the Truck Series over here.
At least now you guys will have 2 options. You can watch Somo, or actually, I'll make it better. You can watch both. Watch the Somo race and watch us at the same time if you guys want.
All you need to do is just have 2 browsers open simultaneously, and you can watch both races, or you can watch one, and then you can watch the other in replay. Many options being offered here in the Oath Broadcasting channel. As lights go out on the pace car, Morris, Marias, Bowman, Mitchell, Higgins, Littner, Trudell Coach, Rando, Mayer, and Ted Manning rounding out your top 10 as currently 12 cars left on the lead lap.
Yeah, four cars, 2 laps down, and it looks like all 4 of those cars were involved in that melee that happened, and I have a feeling that they were probably ended up having a tow because of the accidents, and that they were just too much damage that they had to tow to get the fast repairs.
You are absolutely correct, sir. Those cars basically got hit by the ugly train, and every car in the train was platinum. So, 64 laps in the books. 64 of 150. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends about what you're seeing here. We're racing 6 nights a week right now with the both broadcasting channel. Pace car getting ready to make a hard left-hand turn.
Green, green,
And
green.
we are back under action as the 42 of Alex Bowman trying to get a jump. Stays just off the 44 as Marias in the 20 getting hung out to dry.
Like a lot of the cars, 6th and 7th are too wide. Looks like they're starting to get their lined up and formed up now.
Well, you got the team cars of Trudell Goat and Lickner there. And Lickner hung out to dry right now. The 55 trying to get his lap back the hard way.
Yeah, that's definitely. Alex Bowman got up to the point now. He's now taking over the.
And we've seen Bowman wanting to get up there all night long. Finally has it. I dare say it's going to be harder to get away from him than a 2-year-old with a bark mouth.
Most definitely.
I went there. Go ahead. Get your hate mail coming, folks.
I'd say keep an eye on the high side. Carter Knapp in the 55 and the 43 of Cody Trudell, they were flying up earlier. They flew by the 87 and then he was sitting still. Looks like they're starting that little tandem draft pretty soon.
As we go 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. Like I said earlier, the 55 trying to get his lap back the hard way, wasting no time, wants it back badly.
He's doing everything he can. I mean, granted, he's 2 laps down, but if he can get back on the lead lap, that'll actually get back to 1 lap down. That'll really help in actuality, because then if something happens, he'll get that lucky dog, and he'll be on the lead lap instead of only at 1 lap.
Well, here's the thing. If Knapp gets his lap back the hard way and actually passes the lead, that's going to let Fiat currently get the lucky dog.
Well, no, actually, because the Knapp, Fiat, Rasmussen, and Matthew Kleinsmith are all 2 laps down.
Okay, but that would let. Okay, you're right. That would actually put him back on the lead lap. No, you're right. That's why he's trying so hard. I didn't realize he was 2 laps down. So he's trying to get one of his laps back the hard way. You're absolutely right. Here we go. Let the game begin, kids. Strategy starting to play out already.
Honestly, if there's a run on the outside, keep an eye on Carter, as I think he'll either jump to the outside or he'll hold on to the bottom line and try to get around the best way he can with people going up on the outside and just getting left behind. Oh, look at this. Oh, boy. That was close. Carter almost really caused something there. He's doing everything he can right now.
Well, he led a good portion of the first part.
Oh, that was
Manning
that,
into the wall.
7.
No, yeah, that was Rick Mitchell Jr. into the wall.
That was interesting. Oh, look out! Almost took out the number. Let's see. I don't see what number that was. I want to say the 66. Yeah, that was 66. Scott Lanier almost getting taken out by the 87. That was scary. Oh, Leitner? Alright, my apologies. And Carter's trying to take another opportunity. He's 3rd in line. 2 cars in behind the leader. Actually, sorry, 1 car behind.
That's Carter Knapp in the 55 we're talking about. On track, currently sitting in the number 3 spot. However, he is 2 laps down. Currently running 13. So if he does get by the leaders and a caution comes out, that's going to give him the lucky dog and put him back on the lead lap. So he's doing everything he can to try to make sure he has a shot at winning this race as we're closing in on the halfway point.
Knapp's forcing, oh boy. Knapp is almost forcing it on the 44, almost shoved into the outside lane. He's getting, 55's getting aggressive.
Well, after what just happened, I can't say I really blame him.
No, I don't blame him either. He's looking high left, right, and center, actually, to see if he can get around him.
He's going to need some help to do it, though.
Honestly, if I was one of these other cars on the lead lap and I'm seeing what the 55 is doing,
I'd be blocking the hell out of it.
55 because the 55 is getting a run, and here he goes again, trying to get around the 44 on the outside.
Oh yeah, no. If I was anybody behind the leader, I'd be trying to push the 55 as best I could. But if I was the 44 or the 50 or the 42, I'd be blocking the daylights out of it.
Most definitely, yeah. Seeing he's got fresh tires. See, he's only on 10 lap tires. I mean,
well,
I'd be behind this 55 and take my chances on the outside line. And if I can get him up front, he'll probably stay up enough to let me or whoever else is behind him by. Try to have a good opportunity taking over the.
Well, this is definitely one of those situations where you separate the drivers from the managers.
Yep.
And Darren Manning having trouble on the backstretch, way under power.
And blow his engine now.
And he caught. Oh,
we got a wreck somewhere. I heard some crack.
Kleinschmidt was in it with him. Let's see what happened here. Oh, that was a 3-car F-up. As Kleinschmidt got into the 8.
My.
And the 8 caught the 24. That was bad news all around.
That one. Yeah. I heard some wrecking further, but I didn't know where it was.
Trying to find it, and we're not seeing it.
The only thing I could see was that it was Marcus Brown diving into pit road, but he didn't smash or do anything, so.
No, he did twiff his engine on his way into his pit box, though.
Oh, yeah.
That engine definitely went twiff. Where's the 55?
Actually, where is the 55?
He's missing the back of his... What happened to the 55?
Okay. So something happened here and we didn't see. Oh!
I'm looking.
As they were getting on to start lap 71, the 55 and the 55 and the 20 get tangled up.
As we're watching that happen right now.
43 had nowhere to go and hit the 55.
Oh!
There goes the 55's chances of even trying to get back on the lead lap now.
Yeah, that's game over there for both of them. And collects the 7 as well. Rasmussen having bad luck tonight along with it. Unfortunately, the 20 just that 20's got a big wrinkle in the right front fender of that car. As we are back live watching this lead pack, these top 6 cars have just marched away from the entire rest of the field.
Yeah, especially with all of the incidents that happened. I mean, it really hasn't helped a lot of these drivers either.
So much could have been Kevin McCabe.
Yeah,
coming out of his pits, and there's the 20.
Yeah.
Oops. It would have been so easy to just chalk it up to oops. But that's where you know that Carter Knapp is a true sportsman. And I'm going to use that phrase, not as a gender specific phrase, but he was really sporting of him, to not just oops.
Yeah, most definitely. As we got an interesting battle going on up front with 6 cars. Number 54 of Rando and the 33 of Ted Manning are all they're looking on the outside trying to see if they can make a move on these other 4 cars in the lead.
And they're making that outside line work. And it wasn't too long ago that Ted Manning was lapped down.
Yeah, back on the lead lap. He's right in this for an opportunity of trying to take this win.
And they've got 2 of the freshest sets of tires in this top 6 right now, as they're both 16 to everybody else's 44.
Most definitely, that could actually play a big factor in it too, especially as the 42 of Alex Bowman, the 44 of Brandon Morris, the 20 of Marcio Moraes, and the 17 of Patrick Higgins. They're all most likely going to have to be pitting pretty soon.
Well, they're working lap 42 on this full stint, so look for them to be coming to pit road within the next handful of laps here.
So with that being said, Rando and Ted are in the driver's seat right now.
Oh, absolutely. They're just trying to stay out of the way, stay high, you know, and just stay in that clean air. Now they are coming up on the lap car of I believe that's Darren Manning in the 24.
Yes,
that
is.
almost ended poorly, as we are now 3 wide, going down the back straightaway.
I think that 24 better start.
And the 24.
This is gonna get.
Darren, don't look in your mirror.
Dear. Oh boy.
They were 4 wide for a second
close.
there, folks.
Wow, that was close.
Remember what I said about this is where you separate the guy with the banana? Guess what?
Yeah. Woo, that was scary.
You know it's a good one when the announcers are white knuckling their desk chairs.
Yeah, I'm right now holding on to my steering wheel, even though I'm not even in the race car, because, boy, that was close. Here we go, Randall's up to the point, and Alex Bowman's going to try to give him a push, and Ted Manning's right behind him, too.
Well, they haul off.
The outside lane's working.
The outside lane is working as they haul off. Randall's got to clear, and so does Bowman. Bowman's not going to jump down, though.
Bowman, oh, he couldn't make his mind up in time. Staying up on the outside is Bowman.
Randall drops down to pick up Morris.
Here goes Ted Manning pushing Alex Bowman on the outside now.
As they are coming up here on the 5.
That car is all junked now. Oh, look out. That was close.
That ended very poorly, and that's about the 4th time I've seen Morris get hit and collected. So nerves of steel. Well, nerves of steel for Morris right now.
Yeah, ooh, 17 got a little loose there. Touched the apron. He's slowly falling off the pace here of the rest of these other 5 cars. Patrick Higgins, he's still in drafting range, but he punched that apron there and gave himself a little skip.
Well, they're 46 laps here in the stint for half these guys. And you got to think that the tires are shot. You got, you know, Flintstone tires have got to be, you know, more traction worthy than what these guys have on these cars right now.
Most definitely. I mean, especially with there's still another 17 laps to go before we're 2/3 of the way through the race, and if these guys are able to make it over 50 laps, that will probably be the money stop, in my opinion. Will be around a little bit after lap 100 will be the money stop, in my opinion.
Well, the problem is some of these guys are already working lap 47. That's a big ask out of any tank of fuel. Rando showing the way. We saw him have some trouble earlier, able to rebound, use the fast repair, and get back up to the point. Bowman hanging tough, though, right now on the high side in the 42 as they are coming up on another lapper. I believe that is the 26.
I could double check. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's another car. I think that was the number 8, or actually, I'm sorry. I think it was the number 43 that they passed earlier. I don't know.
Just now.
Oh,
they
that's
are
number
coming
50.
up on.
Jeffrey Mir.
That means they have just lapped their way up to 7.
And Ted, Ted had a little scary moment as a 20 bumps the 40. Down they go into the pit.
As we see some takers.
And he's the only one taking, and that's not going to help him out.
No, Higgins
the 20
and Morris
did give him a light little tap.
Well, Higgins and Morris are both going pit side.
Higgins is also in the pits.
Right, so it's Higgins and Morris, so those two could work together to,
most definitely,
get this draft working. It all depends now on when and or if they cross the out. And for some odd reason, Higgins is being scored as the leader.
Yeah, that was interesting. There we go. Now it changed. Here goes Alex Bowman coming into the pit side as well as, or actually no, just Alex Bowman.
He's going to get popped for speeding. Watch this one.
Oh boy!
If he doesn't get popped for speeding, I'm going to be shocked. Because that car was all sorts of sideways and all sorts of way over speed coming onto the pit lane there.
Just heard over the radio, 54 is coming into the pits. This looks like it's going to be the money stop here.
No, it's not.
And it looks like the 42 did not get a speeding penalty as he's pulling off now.
I'm not sure why the 54 is pitting.
I think this might be the money stop. Oh, look out, look out. There goes 54 into the...
It's not the money stop anymore.
33 is also in the pit road. Yeah, 33 is also in the pits. Oh man, that front end is man, that's might be game over for Rando because he did use a fast repair earlier.
Question is, how many fast repairs do you guys have?
I'm curious too. As he slides past his pit stall too, the Rando did.
Meanwhile, the 66 of Leitner is showing the way. So far, the only one
they got
who
more
hasn't
than one.
hit it.
And an update, I believe Rando has, I think there's more than one fast repair. As Rando's had his fast repair done, and he's taken. And Ted Manning, I think, had a speeding penalty because he's still sitting in the pit.
No, he got unsafe pit because he missed the commitment call.
Ah. Yeah, 35-second pit stop there. Didn't help Ted Manning at all.
Safe bet. So meanwhile, up in front, the 66 of Littner showing the way in the... he is driving a car painted by B&P graphics.
As Patrick Higgins now goes a lap down to Scotland here. Only 5 cars on the lead lap. Closing in on Rando, and he's going to be going down a lap down pretty soon as well.
Well, he's got no help as of yet.
Right.
But he does
he's all by himself around lap cars currently.
He is all by himself, and you know, what he can do is he can just tag onto the tail end of this field, save as much fuel as he possibly can. And who knows, he could possibly have a shot at, you know, saving some fuel, and maybe that was his money stop.
I don't know. I mean, he's already 35 laps in his stint.
Rando?
I mean, hearing earlier of them, like, hearing them that they possibly go 50
Rando
or so
just
laps,
hit it,
I mean,
bud.
that's still not a...
Rando's in 5th, he just hit it.
The 66?
No, the 54. If he tags on to the tail end of this pack, you know, he can run about three-quarters throttle, hang with them, and just, you know, save, and let the chips fall where they may. But right now, he's kind of showing the way.
Yeah, 54 Rando's ahead. Patrick Higgins right now on the outside lane. But yeah, honestly, with them, I mean, they could easily, if they just stayed behind this lead pack and behind this pack of lap cars, they could easily save a lot of extra fuel too.
Possibility.
As right now, they are closing in on the 42 of Alex Bowman, the 50 of Jeffrey Meir, and the 44 of Brandon Morris. All three are working together. But this front pack, that has the leader Scott Leitner, and they're on their way to catch.
Well, here's the thing. You notice one of the cars that's you know, rocking and rolling right now is Carter Matthews, 5. As messed up as that car is, he's still got some speed in traffic.
Yeah, I'm shocked after everything that he's gone through. Anything can happen. Unfortunately, though, with him 6 laps down. I mean,
there it is.
There he goes. It's gonna save it. What a save! Wow, that was close.
Okay, so can we get some new underwear to the 17 pit, please?
Yeah, because that could have ended 17's night very quickly with him spinning the 55, because that was very close. Mile. As I think the 20 has lost connection.
You're not wrong, because I'm showing him this technical server as well. Right now,
Yeah,
Rasmussen in the 7, though, is pushing the daylights out of the 54 of Rando.
Oh, boy. But Randa's still the only one on the lead lap, on the tail end of the lead lap, as Leitner's just only a car back, as the Leitner is in the 3rd car in line, while Rasmussen's in between both Leitner and Randa right now. It looks like they're slowly closing in on this 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place duo of Alex Bowman, Jeffrey Meir, and Brandon Morris.
Well, let's take a quick look up there at those guys. They're coming through the tri-oval right now. And
here comes Scott Leitner.
Leitner's coming into the pits, so these guys are about a straightaway behind. You know, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Now the question is, chances are they're going to overtake Leitner. Now, if Leitner takes 2, he's got a chance of maintaining the lead.
And he just slid in his pit box, and he's at an awkward angle, and he's having to back up.
Now there goes the lead, because here comes Bowman.
Bowman's going to take the lead.
And there it is. Bowman, your new leader. Meir sitting in 2nd. Morris in 3rd. Leitner down and away. Gets passed by Rando. So we're going to watch.
Leitner down to 6th after that stop. He's still got plenty of time to get up to speed, but I don't think he'll have an opportunity of catching up to the leaders anytime soon. He's all by himself.
Well, what we need to do is watch the second pack right now. Rando, Higgins, and Rando, Higgins, and the 7 of Rasmussen. They are slowly chipping away at the lead that Bowman, Mayer, and Morris have. It was 10 seconds. It's now down to 9.03.
Yeah, it's going to be close. They got plenty of time. I mean, they're practically going to be running all the way to the end, so they got plenty of time to catch up.
Well, I don't think we've seen the money stop yet.
In my honest opinion, I think Rando has seen the money stop and Patrick Higgins. I just don't know. The only question is, I just don't know how far Rando can go being up front like that. Higgins, though, as long as he stays behind Rasmussen, Rasmussen, I hope I'm saying that right. I think Patrick might have a good opportunity here. I mean, as long as he stays behind the 7, he's going to save a lot of fuel.
Well, what they should do is they should let Rasmussen take the point, stay behind him, push him. Right now, they're down to 8.7 from that lead pack.
Yeah, they're closing in on it. They're catching up right now. Because pretty soon, in probably about another 15, 20 laps. Oh, as the 87 almost touched the 44 when I was looking at the lead pack. 50's going to have to pit pretty soon within the next 15 or so laps, as right now Jeffrey Mear's on working lap 36 now of his stint.
You're not wrong, as we had just gone to the lead pack when you said the 87 almost got into the 44, so we were watching that live with you.
Yeah, that almost could have been very disastrous for the 44. I think he saw the 87 coming up, just wasn't expecting him to come up that quick.
And that's the thing, when you know somebody has driven a lot of plate races, it's almost like you gain that second that second sight, that sixth sense, if you will, where you can see things about to happen before they happen.
Most definitely.
So, Bowman showing the way, Mayer sitting in second, Morris in third. These guys are 8 seconds flat to the good over Rando right now. So that second pack of Rando and Higgins, they are reeling these guys in.
Yeah, right now, 8-second gap from third to fourth, from third place of Brandon Morris to Rando. It's slowly coming down. I wonder, probably about another 30 laps. I think they'll catch him in about 30 laps.
Well, we are at the
feeling
2/3 mark right now as we are working lap 100 of 150.
Yeah, I think honestly, give them about 30 laps. Rando and Higgins will catch up to Bowman and Morris, as Jeffrey's going to have to pit. So I think with right now, with the 4 cars that are drafting up with him right now, with Alex and Morris, Jeffrey's going to end up having to pit in another 10 laps or so.
Well, and there he goes.
Leave the 3 car.
He's going now,
as well as another car.
That's the 3 of Kleinschmidt going with him.
Oh, I think there was some contact too, because 3 came hot out of the presses.
Well, let's go back and take a look. Working our way into the 3-4 complex right now on the replay. There goes the 50. There goes the 3. The 3 is on the high side and gets it. Still catches the grass.
Just coming in hot.
Both coming in hot. But here's the one thing I do want to point out. If you take a look at how Bowman and Morris are running 1 and 2, and then compare that to the way that these guys in the second pack are running, they're running a lot closer, which means the draft is more effective for that second pack, as they are now down to 6.5 seconds.
Yeah, as the 7 is now going into the pit, so now Rando and Higgins are working it together. It looks like the 24 is going to try to keep up with them as well. Now it's pretty much a two-car tandem for Alex Bowman and Brandon Morris, and then the other tandem of 54 of Rando and the 17 of Higgins.
Now the question is, how good of a pusher is Higgins?
Yeah,
That's going to be the deciding factor.
I mean, they still got about 6.3 second gap. I think with 20 to go, they'll catch them.
Well, here's the thing. There's two types of restrictor plate drivers in full-fendered stock cars. There's good pushers and there's good push-ees. Me, I'd rather be pushing than be pushed. You know, and that's the thing is, what type of driver is Patrick Higgins? Is he able to maintain and push? You know, and you don't have to be right on the back bumper. You need to be within, you know, a human butt width off of the back bumper, right, to be able to have that draft be as effective as possible. As the 55 of Mayer out of the pits now, he's working with the 3 of Kleinschmidt. So these guys are going to catch them. They're going to grab the draft off of them, and that's going to really close up the gap.
Yeah, the 24 has caught up to the 54 and the 17, so they're going to get a little extra speed too. So now it's a cat and mouse game.
45 laps to go this time across the stretch.
Right now, the gap between third and second and third is 5 seconds to the good right now, but it's slowly but surely coming down.
And it's about to get a whole lot quicker too, because there's Rando, and you see that pack in front of them. That's Mayer and Kleinschmidt. Once they get within drafting range of those guys, the speeds are going to pick up. They're probably going to shave almost a full second off of the Morris-Bowman gap when they get to it.
As right now, look, they're closing in on the 43, but I don't know if they're going to stay behind. If Bowman and Morris are going to stay behind the 43, or if their 43 is going to let them by.
What?
42 of Bowman right now.
Bowman.
Ready to pass them by.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry, they're right now passing the 43 of Code right now. Bowman and Morris, or attempting to actually.
And he's going to make them do it the hard way.
That's going to hurt some time.
That's definitely going to hurt. Make him do it the long way. Because Rando and Higgins have gotten to the 50 and the 3. They're doing it the hard way, but they're doing it a little bit easier.
Yep. Right now, gap from Rando to Morris is less than just a little bit more than 4 seconds right now between Morris and.
Now look for the 3 and the 50 to latch on to these guys, and then it's going to be a 4-car tango, and the speeds are really going to pick up.
This is going to get interesting. Looks like Morris is slowing off a little bit. He's falling off a little bit to Bowman, which that's not going to help their draft at all right now if they want to keep this gap from Rando and Higgins, as they're flying still.
3.5 seconds, and you see them in the shot. That was them in the background. They can see the leaders from where they are. As the 420 going down onto the apron to get back out of the way. Or not.
Gap right now between Morris and Rando is down to 3.2 second gap now.
That's what a 3.2 second gap looks like, folks. There's Bowman and Morris. There's Rando and Higgins. It's now down to 3.1. So we are 42 laps to go.
Let the cat and mouse games begin. Higgins is just staying up in the back bumper. I think this might be Higgins' race to lose, honestly. The way actually, it might be Higgins and Morris race to lose, as both of them have just stayed behind. Morris has stayed behind Bowman the entire run, and Higgins has stayed behind Rando the entire time. They probably have the better fuel mileage compared to the 42 and the 54.
Well, here's the thing. They're going to have to go 60 laps to be able to make this work.
I think it could be done, but it's going to be very close.
60 laps at Daytona is not something you're going to see too often.
No, most definitely not.
I don't think it's ever been done.
The gap now from Rando to Morris, 2.6 seconds. They're closing in a very...
Well, you can see the lead pack directly in front of them. Now, if it were me, knowing that we're all within fuel range of each other, and knowing that we're the next closest person is going to be Ted Manning, who's 25 seconds back.
And he's about ready to, both he and Scott Layton are they're getting close to getting passed right now.
Right.
And 33 is starting to pit this time, that's what I just heard over the radio.
So 33, when he pits this time, can make it here.
Yes.
So here's what, if it were me.
Oh, he's coming in hot though. I don't think he slowed that down in time. I think he's gonna get a black flag penalty because he came in hot.
Well, we'll kind of keep an eye on that. But here's what I was getting at. If I'm Higgins or Rando, and I get to Bowman and Morris, I'm just going to hold court. Hold position right where I am. If they stay out, I'm staying out to try it myself. If they go in, I'm going in. And then we're gambling.
Yep.
I'm going in. If they go in, I'm going in. I'm taking two. And I'm taking just enough fuel to get me to the finish. Which we're still probably about 20 laps away from having to see a stop happen. As we are 35 laps to go. We're coming up on 35 laps to go.
The gap right now between second and third is 1.2. So before pit stops even happen, they're gonna be all together. They're gonna be together pretty soon. As 54 and the 17 are working their way around 55 of Carter Knapp, right?
Oh, the 17's into the wall.
That got interesting.
Pancake the side of the 17. You can see a ton of damage on that right side.
That's gonna hurt his momentum big time. He's gonna lose the draft. He's losing it, and I don't think he's gonna catch back up to Rando.
He's not gonna catch up to Rando, but Rando is reeling in Cody Code in the 43, who is running right there with Rando Morris in the 44. Ted Manning staying way out of the way as he goes a second lap down right now.
Higgins is just gotta try to grab onto Manning's draft and do what he can, because right now, I mean, with that damage, he's got to get up to some kind of drafting help quickly if he wants to catch up to this lead pack.
No, that's his only chance is to get some drafting help from Manning and then use Manning to get back up to these guys.
Yeah.
And Rando has caught him as we are 35 laps to go. There's your top three.
17.
And we have not, I guarantee you, we've not seen the money stop.
Yeah, the way they're running now, I don't think they have. I don't think we have either. 17 has caught the lead pack though, and 43 Code's moving out of the way to let Patrick join in with the rest of the leader.
And I think Rando just saw what I just saw. Bowman and Morris left the door wide open coming off of 2. So
yeah,
if he has a little bit of help and a little bit of a run, he's going for it. Watch out for him.
Oh, most definitely. This is going to be interesting.
So Bowman showing the way. Morris sitting in second. Rando sitting in third. Higgins sitting in fourth. And then you are over 30 seconds back to 5th place, Scott Litton. So, and Littner's going to have to fit as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it.
And I dare say, watch for these 4 to come onto pit road in lockstep.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Oh boy, got one car jumping out of line there. Oh, watch out, Ted. 33 is forcing a 3 wide there.
Okay.
Yeah, 33 went right down the middle, almost took out the 54 going around Code.
Not sure what that was all about.
I have no idea either. That was very interesting.
There's one for the post-race drivers meeting with league management. Lap cars. That was not for position, and you almost took out the top 4.
That would have been really bad.
Remember what I was talking about earlier by groups? And that was almost a big groups.
Yeah, it's only right now 5 cars on the lead lap, and if all 4 of these cars, if these top 4 get wrecked out, Scott Lanier would be all by himself. Leitner, I hope I said that right. I think he'll be all by it. Yeah, he'll be all by himself on the lead lap.
This is. I'm sorry if I'm not as talkative as I normally am, folks, but this is just. I'm just sitting back and enjoying the action like the rest of y'all.
Yeah, this is getting really interesting. Ooh, there goes 17, almost cutting off 33 there, trying to get some kind of drafting. That's just not helping the 17 out at all. Ooh, that was close. 54 was thinking about coming back down low.
Well, Higgins saw him coming and gave him plenty of room. But that killed whatever momentum Higgins had.
Oh,
and then he
down
catches
on
the apron.
17.
Oh, man. 30 to go. as these guys are now 35-ish laps on their current fuel stint. We have not seen the money stop yet. The question is, how much fuel is it going to take?
I could definitely say it won't be that much.
I'd say probably just as long as it's going to take to get two right side tires is about all you're going to need for fuel.
Yeah, most definitely.
Bowman, Morris, Rando, Higgins, and Littner, your top 5, the only cars left on the lead lap.
Yeah. Littner right now is 35 seconds behind the group of 4 that are leading this race right now.
So the fastest lap of the event so far goes to Robbie Hopp, who was eliminated in that second melee. So good on you there, sir. But closing in on 25 to go. Look for these guys to make this clash and dash coming up here. As Littner continues to drop like a stone in pit. Now he's 35.7 seconds back.
But he is with a group of 3 other cars all laps down, so he's more in the middle of that pad trying to, I believe he's probably going to try to save fuel all the way to the end and hope for a miracle.
That's going to be a big ask as he's already 28 laps in. You're asking somebody to go 50 laps on fuel. And we're moments away from the money stop. We are almost 40 laps into this current fuel stint. And, you know, these guys have got to go pit side relatively quickly here.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, coming up to almost 40 laps, they're probably waiting until the last possible second. They're probably waiting until they start hearing that engine start clicking on them.
I don't think they're going to do that because, you know, from here you can make it.
Yeah, most definitely. 25 to go right now. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I'm gonna be curious.
Well, like I told you, I'm waiting to see who goes in front of me. And I'm gonna go with the last possible second.
Just hear it on the radio. 54 is pitting. The 54 is pitting and just overheard it on the radio.
Okay, so Rando's gonna be the first one to play. The question is Higgins gonna go with him? Everybody's going pit side. Oh, coming in hot.
For speeders. Oh.
Higgins just barely misses the commitment cone.
Someone's got to have a speeding penalty.
If
Higgins.
If Bowman didn't get popped, I have no idea how.
Wow. Wow.
We're watching the pit exit.
I think Higgins has ruined his race. I think he had a
Bowman got
overshot
popped for speeding.
Yeah. Oh man. Leitner's taking the point now. Rando's all by himself. Both Morris and Bowman both got hit for speeding.
Oh, what a tragedy. 31.4 seconds for Bowman, 33.4 for Morris. Rando sitting in second. The question is, how much fuel does Scotty Littner have left in the tank?
I don't know, but this is gonna get interesting, especially with Leitner still running. He's got about a 10-second gap on Rando, which Rando's all by himself. Alex Bowman's all by himself, as well as Brandon Morris, who's trying to catch up to Bowman right now.
Well, the thing is, Morris has the advantage. He's got Mayer behind him and reeling him in.
Okay, yeah, this is going to get interesting these last laps.
This is going to be a big ask for Littner to be able to go the remaining 23 laps. I'm sorry, 23 laps. That's going to be a 55-lap run, unless he hits. That's where you hope you've got teammates around you that can kind of push you and let you kind of coast and just use them to push your car. Unfortunately, these guys aren't pushing.
Yeah. Morris has caught up with Bowman, so get ready to watch the gap drop, as well as Mirrors also up in the middle. So they're still about 10 seconds off from Rando, which Rando right now is still all by himself.
Well, here's the thing. Rando's by himself, but Littner has let off. Littner's not at full song. Rando by himself is able to reel in with Littner. He's got it down from 10.7 to 10.3 already. And gaining.
Boy, oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
So right now, this is the battle for third. Bowman, Morris, and the 50 of Mayer. Matt Kleinschmidt in the 3, currently 4 laps down.
The thing is, too, Jeffrey Mears on working lap 29 of his stint. He won't. I don't think he'll make it to the end either.
That would put him at lap 49 here if he did go, because we are 20 to go right now. So that's a big ask. Big ask. Here's the catch, though. Bowman is not catching Rando.
Rando has caught up to the 33 of Ted Manning and the 43 of Cody Cote. So this is he's got some now help. Rando's got some.
He's got some help. He's 9 seconds off of Littner. When we saw these guys work together earlier quite effectively, what's going to happen this late in the race? Now the 43's going with him. Manning 1 lap down. Trudell Cote 4 laps down. 2 laps down.
Yeah, 2 laps
so
down.
this is not a battle for position in any way, shape, or form, other than, are these guys going to help Rando?
Looks like it. It looks like they are, because they're already formed up behind him, or maybe not, because Ted Williams is looking on the outside a lot already.
Well, Manning's trying to get his engine cool, but that's
Rando's 8.8 seconds off from Littner.
8.8, and we've got 18 laps to go. And Bowman has closed in on Rando. It was 10.4, it's now 9.9.
Chase is on now.
And Mayer has made his money stop.
Yep.
Now that's Rando flashing by. And that's Kleinschmidt also getting up to speed too. There's Littner showing the way. Does he have enough fuel to make it 17 more laps?
Gap from Rando to Scott Leitner is 8.3 from Rando to the leader. And it's slowly going down.
And if you look, the gap from Rando to Bowman has increased back up to 10.3.
Ooh, boy.
And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. These guys aren't pushing. They're running in the draft, but they're not pushing. If you look right now with Rando and
Leitner is pitting right now. Leitner spins it. He spins it.
and eats the safer barrier. Oh, what a tragedy. He had the lead. He was 39 laps into his stint.
Rando's taking the point now.
He has taken the lead. And the gap to Bowman, 10.5 now. Manning sitting in 6th, working with Rando.
$15 to go.
Leitner overshot his
They've got
pit.
pushing.
Oh, from the frying pan straight into the bonfire. He's now going to go a lap down. Finally hits his stall.
If the 42 and the 44 don't work together now, they're going to lose this race as the gap is starting to increase again on Alex and Brandon.
11 seconds is the lead right now for the 54. We saw him catch a race car to the face earlier. This is what you call going from the outhouse to the penthouse. $14 laps to go. It'll be 13 this time across the stripe. We know he can make it on fuel. Ted Manning should be able to make it on fuel. Manning currently running in 5th. There's Bowman in 2nd. Morris sitting in 3rd.
Morris needs to be a lot more closer to Bowman if they want to have any shot at trying to catch up. They're still losing ground. Almost 12 seconds now. They're behind.
Well, I'm thinking maybe these guys are just going to be happy to come out of here with a decent point start. They both led laps.
Oh, most definitely.
They both led laps. They both, have a podium finish going. Just take what points you can get out of Daytona, survive Daytona, and move on to Dega in the trucks next week.
Most definitely.
We are 12 to go right now. The gap is 11 3/4 seconds. As right now, and this is the only battle on the track between Morris and Bowman, and I don't think that any of them are really going to step out of line. That's
No, I don't think so.
That's Ratna in the Ranta in the 420 camel car. Top 15 finish for him. There's the 8 of Marcus Brown. Good recovery for him. He got caught up in a couple of those melees earlier. Currently running in 7th. So good finish there. As we are 10 to go this time across the stripe, or sorry, next time across the stripe will be 10 to go.
Gap is now 12 seconds. It's pretty much Rando's to lose now at this rate, the way he is flying.
Well, it's Rando's to lose, and I'm thinking he's just trying to put an exclamation point on this one, because he hasn't really, let off at all.
No, he has not.
He just hauled off into turn number 3 at 195 miles an hour.
My goodness.
10 to go. Rando, Bowman, Morris, Higgins, Manning, your top 5. There you see 1st and 5th. So Ted Manning is the first car 1 lap down.
Manning's just moving up to get some fresh air now in the engine, coming back down in line.
And that's what you really have to do.
Bowman. Yeah, the gap to 2nd and 3rd, gap to leaders now 13 seconds.
Tell me Rando's not wanting to, send a statement to the rest of the league that, hey,
yeah,
you're gonna have to beat me to win this.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that, because boy, he is flying right.
And to quote my father, mean. 9 to go. It'll be 8 this time across the stripe. They're working their way through the 3-4 complex. And you got to wonder what would have happened had Bowman and Morris not been popped for speeding.
Oh, I can agree with that. That speeding penalty is that's what the difference is right now. The gap is that speeding penalty. Honestly, it would have been a 4. It would have still been potentially. It would have been a 3-car race, even including with what happened to Higgins with his struggles. It would have been a 3-car race. But yeah, that speeding penalty is what hurt Alex Bowman and Brandon Morris.
Well, you figure there's 11 seconds right there just in the speeding penalty. As they're moving around, Darren Manning, 7 to go. And I know that it's still a little early to be saying this, but I'm kind of surprised nobody's really stepped on their own junk yet tonight.
I can agree with you there. I'm surprised no one's made that mistake either.
Because inevitably at a plate race, at a restricted plate track, it's very easy to step on one's own jump and just take out.
Oh yeah, especially coming out of the mid.
Everybody.
Gap to Rando to Morris, 14.1 second gap.
Good grief. 5 to go. Sorry, 6 to go. And we've got a new second place as Morris has gotten by Bowman.
Oh, they're slugging it out, actually. Bowman's looking on the outside to try to get around Morris now.
And I'm thinking that's why that gap has grown so much. Is these guys are just, you know, throwing hand grenades at each other, saying, "No, I want second. No, I want second."
Yeah.
It would have been interesting to see what would have happened had that speeding penalty not taken place on the money stop.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so it's always going to be a what-if moment. Is there's now 3 wide with only 5.
That was close.
Remember what I said about stepping on one's own jump? Alex Bowman almost just did that.
Oh boy.
It's 4 to go as we're watching this battle for second right now. Morris has it. Bowman wants it. Rando is over 14 seconds up the road in the lead.
Yeah, he's leaving them to the dust right now.
Gotta wonder if the 42 is just trying to figure out his timing to get a run at this guy there at Morris. Bowman's gotta be working on his timing. As we are
I think
3
he's
to
trying
go.
to find the best way to get around him at the last lap because this is gonna be close.
Call me weird, but it just seems strange to see the Joe Camel colors on a Chevy. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one. Of course, then again, you're talking about a guy that took the Riley and Scott Daytona prototype and painted it up like the Nissan GTP car that they later gave us. And I painted the Nissan GTP car like the Porsche 976 or 962. So
Yeah.
stranger things have happened. 15.5 seconds for Rando right now, as we are 2 to go. Final lap.
Rando's gone unless something happens in front or a weird crash happens. He's gonna seal it.
Well, he is mired in lap traffic right now. Looks like the 43 is going to let him go. There's the 17 of Pat Higgins.
Higgins is gonna fall a lap down now.
4th place. A lap down.
Ooh, look out.
Now the leader has already taken the white flag. So next flag ends the race.
Yep. That's 10. Manning made a mistake. Oh, we got cars spinning around in the back. That's number 50, Jeffrey Meir spinning. Big wreck in the back.
So Rando's going to win
yet.
it. There is no caution. That's the race.
Oh, that was the race. I'm sorry. All right, going. Oh,
here's the race for second.
Bowman. And not gonna happen.
Oh
my God! Oh. Ouch! Well,
let's go take a look at what just happened with Marcus Brown.
Ouch!
Here we are coming to the line.
Marcus.
Oh my God!
Holy moly, that hurt. Oh, it was Granta getting spun first by the 8.
What in the
hell? Oh my! 420 just
skipping
flying
stones
in the air.
across the grass.
Wow.
So Rando coming home, burning them down.
Wow, what a race.
I'll let you
Alright.
start grabbing
Want me to grab?
the podium for us.
Alright, yep, I've got Bowman ready for alright, here comes our third place, Alex Bowman now.
So, Alex Bowman, we were talking to you earlier. We said we're hopefully going to talk to you in 50 more laps. Those 50 laps are up, and, sir, you have a podium.
Yes, sir, I do. Not quite the finish I wanted to end up with, but I'll take it. Pretty good way to start off the season.
Pretty good way to start off the season. We were talking here what might have happened had you and Brandon Morris not gotten popped for speeding on the money stop.
I think we would have had one heck of a three-way race for the win. Instead, you guys probably saw us dueling it out there for second. But that was just completely a miscue on my part. I got too focused on my rear view mirror and forgot to watch my speed going in. He went in too fast too, which threw me off even more. And that was just a complete mental error on my part.
Well, you were still able to hang on for the podium. How bad was the tire wear out there tonight? That's one of the things that we notice with the Cup cars is that when the tires start to fall off, it's like taking a swan dive off the side of the Grand Canyon.
I actually didn't really seem to notice it that much. The biggest thing for me was I like to do a move where I go high and then kind of cut down low and draft up on people, and I found I was getting tight when I was trying to do that. But as far as like being able to hold the bottom and stuff, I was pretty much able to do that the whole race.
Fair enough. Well, the series moves on to Talladega next week with the truck. Talk to us your thoughts about running the three different cars this season in the Randy's Rap Speedway League.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the three different cars. That's actually one of the big things that drew me to this league was the opportunity to drive three different cars. In my day-to-day races, I normally just drive the trucks because the Cup cars on mile and a half are typically demons to drive, and I like the mile and a half with the trucks. So I like the opportunity to get to drive the Cup cars and then my normal driving the trucks. And then also the Indy car. I bought that like a year or so ago, and I've done maybe one race in it. I do all these practices and stuff because it's a lot of fun to drive. I just never really got into racing it, so I'm super excited for those coming up. Can't wait until we do IndyCar at Talladega. I think that's gonna be insane. Probably like 3 wide at 250 miles an hour, and I can't wait to see how that works out.
Well, 3 wide at 250 miles an hour, and the first time you ever bump draft in an Indy car, it's definitely a first you say it, then you do it kind of moment, because you're going to see the little 0x marker. And for those of you who aren't familiar with iRacing, the sim tells you when there's contact with another vehicle, and you'll see that little 0x appear, and you're going, what just happened? And then you'll glance at the speedo and realize that you just gained between 10 and 15 miles an hour without even blinking.
Yeah, the first time I ever tried to bump draft an IndyCar was the Dallara Dash series. For anyone that's not familiar with iRacing, that's just kind of a fun series. And every once in a while, they'll go to Daytona with I don't remember what version of the IndyCar. I think it's like 3 generations ago now.
It's the IR05.
IR05s.
Okay, yeah. So they race those at some of the super speedways sometimes. And I remember coming to the win, or coming second place, coming to the checker, and I tried to bump draft a guy to just give him a boost because we'd worked together the whole time, and got his back tires off the ground and spun him into the infield, and I felt so bad. And I was like, man, I'm sorry. I normally race stock cars. So I'm used to being able to bump pretty hard.
You can bump, but you can't slam draft. But Alex, congratulations on the podium. And it's don't be kicking yourself for this one because you did have a hell of a night, led a ton of laps, and the what could have been is always going to play in everybody's mind. But hold your head up high, sir. You had a great points night, and you were able to hang on for the podium.
Thank you guys. That means a lot. I'm sure tonight I'll be having nightmares of that pit stop, and but hopefully come this time next week, I'll be able to put it behind me and hopefully go out there and get the win.
Well, look at the bright side. When you do get to the IndyCar at Talladega, you can program a button marked pit road speed limiter. So you don't really have to worry too much about it at that point. Anybody you want to thank tonight,
Yeah,
sir?
Yep, no problem. You guys have a good night.
And anybody you want to thank tonight before we let you go?
I just want to thank everybody that's gone into putting this league together, everybody racing in the league. It's the first night I've raced with them. They seem like a great group of guys, and I'm looking forward to racing with everybody in the future. And thank you guys for broadcasting for me.
Well, Alex, looking forward to seeing you next week at Dega. Congratulations on the podium, and we'll let you get into the post-race drivers meeting.
Here comes our second place for Brandon Morris.
Brandon, we talked right around lap 50 that hopefully we were going to be talking to you in another 100 laps, and here we are talking to you in another 100 laps. Talk us through the money stop there and what happened going on to pit road.
Well, me and Alex have been running, real tight the whole time. I could tell he was definitely trying to keep me from coming around him. I was trying to keep it clean. I knew he was too, but when we come down and I was actually had pitted before him, so I was worried that I wouldn't be able to run as long as him, and then I would be pitting alone and I would lose my draft and all. But me and my fellow teammates kind of had a plan together to where I would lift in the corners and maybe conserve a little fuel, and then possibly be able to pit with Alex, which actually worked out good. It was a big weight off my shoulders being able to pit with him, and when he got on the brakes, I actually saw that he got on him really hard, and I felt like I could stay in the keep some momentum running into pit road a little longer than him, and maybe even gain a spot there. And backfired on me. I came into pit road at like 66 miles an hour and instantly threw up a black flag. So I did have to start the 15 seconds. And looking back, it definitely cost me because I feel like I had a really fast car and had an opportunity to win tonight. But I did get a second place finish this early in the season, and it's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but you got to hold your head up high. Talking to us your thoughts. There's something we asked Alex, and we're gonna ask Brando. Talk to us your thoughts. Next week, we're going to Dega with the trucks. Are you excited about, running the three different cars, or is it something you've done before? Do you have a lot of experience in the trucks, in the Indy cars, in the Cup, or, where do you normally run in iRacing?
I actually spend a lot of time running dirt. I do like running, asphalt. I feel like I'm more comfortable in asphalt. I feel like I'm usually more likely to get the pole. I actually kind of had bad luck at the beginning. I didn't start qualifying when I should have, so I didn't have enough time to run my 3 full laps. So the first 2 laps I ran up high, didn't have a fast lap, so I didn't get to finish my money lap, I guess you'd say. So I did have to start at the back, which cost me some, but I mean, I was able to, fight my way through it. But, get back to your question. I'm usually into dirt, but I'm looking forward to trucks. I'm definitely going to be doing some practicing during the week. I'm super excited about this series, and I've thanked the guys that put it together. They've put a lot of time and effort into it, and it don't go without being noticed. They're very professional, and we got a really good series ahead of us.
Very much so. Congratulations on the podium. Anybody you'd like to thank? Of course, you thank the league owners. Anybody else you'd like to thank tonight for helping you get to the podium?
Yeah, I would definitely thank my teammates, man. It was kind of funny. I didn't have a team coming into this tonight. I actually just got on Discord earlier today and started talking to the guys, and um, actually got in a team with a real good guy, Donovan, and then we had a good plan together, and we basically he pitted before me, and he got in behind me, and he was several laps down. He was having some connection issues, but he was in the pits waiting on me. When I come out of the pits, he got in behind me, and he ran the last probably 20 laps with me right in behind me, and that actually helped me big time getting around Alex. We had a plan together, fourth or fifth lap, from the race being over, we were going to jump out, on the back stretch, and he was going to push me around, and then force Alex to lose the draft, which played to our advantage. And I mean, I was so fortunate to get in with some really good guys, some real good teammates, and we had a good plan and it worked. I mean, we're sitting in second place.
All right, Brandon, congratulations on the podium. Looking forward to seeing you next week at Talladega.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, here comes our winner.
And joining us now, the man of the hour, the man behind the whole shebang, owner of Randy's Wraps. Rando, talk us through what happened on that money stop. Did you know that Morris and Bowman got popped for speeding?
No, I didn't know they got popped for speeding. Is that what happened?
They got popped for speeding on the money stop.
Oh, so I'm sitting there, and I was like, okay, these guys are sitting there. I'm taking a full tank of fuel with 4 tires. What's going on? And I'm just watching them not go. And I was like, all right, this is kind of good. And I'm going down pit road, and they're like, oh, man, I beat them out. What happened? And then once I heard Scott come over the race chat and say that he was going to pit in, I was like, oh, this has got to be it. I was like, I'm praying. We still had 15, 20 laps to go. And I was so excited that he was pitting because I knew that was going to take the lead for me. I'm so stoked, guys. Thank you so much for broadcasting this for us.
Well, thanks for having us. And it was one of those things that we were talking about earlier. Earlier in the event, you caught a race car to the face. So, and then you finished, you won the damn thing. If that's not going from the outhouse to the penthouse, I don't know what is.
Yeah, so if you watch the replay, actually, if you get back and watch the replay, at lap 23, I caught the apron, and I shot up the track, and I smoked the wall big time. And I was a lap down at that point, or 2 laps down, actually. And when those cautions came out, I was like, oh, boy. But at about like lap 30, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, man, there's been a lot of wrecks. There's a lot of people lap down. I don't know if I turn the cautions on. I was starting to get scared.
Well, there were a lot of people wrecking, but the thing is, they were staying out of the racing line, which, that speaks volumes for the drivers that you have here in the Randy's Rap Speedway League, is that they don't want to see cautions any more than anyone else wants. Nobody wants to see cautions. And your drivers did everything that they could tonight to make sure that we didn't have any cautions.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a couple hiccups to where some things didn't go the way we thought they were going to. And, having the 2 fast repairs that I set up, we had all agreed on saying that was a good number just starting out a league and everything. And boy, did it help. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for that. Because, like you said, I caught a race car to the face big time. A couple times, actually. My teammate, Greg, he was watching your guys' stream, and I said, hey, man, check that stream out on the wreck. I drove under his car. And he's like, no way.
Yes, you did.
So I want to give a huge shout out to Ted Manning. Really, he's done a lot for this league. I mean, we're on week 1, and he's done a lot. Greg, he's done quite a bit for the league too. And Todd, really, I can't give him enough props. I mean, he pushed me to that finish. So
talk to us about next week when we go to Talladega in the trucks. We have talked to Brandon and Alex about this. And it's something that we're kind of looking forward to. Where, yes, it's a speedway league, which Tyler and I have seen before, but we've seen it with Indy cars, and that's it. Whereas you guys are going Cup cars this week, trucks next week, and then DW12s the following week, and then it's going to rotate from there. That's something we're kind of excited to see. Talk us through what the process was to come up with that idea.
So originally, the original plan was we were going to run like a bunch of different cars. I'm talking, handfuls of cars. And Ted actually said to me, he's like, hey, man, not everybody's rich like you. Not everybody's got everything on iRacing. You shouldn't have something that's going to be so expensive for everybody to run. You're not going to get enough guys to come out and run as many races. I was like, all right. I thought, the Cup cars, they're a big thing. Everybody likes running the Carburetor Cup. And the trucks are huge on iRacing. You see hundreds of people joining those official races every day. And the DW, since the IR18s just came out, those are free. So I thought, okay, why don't we do this? That way people aren't getting bored running the Cup cars at Talladega every other week. Why don't we try running Indy cars at Indianapolis? Because that's always a fun time. I mean, like you were saying earlier before the race, you can actually bump draft those things. And a lot of people don't know that unless they try it.
Which I would highly suggest leading into the first IndyCar race at Dega. Put up a handful of practice sessions for the league before race night. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, that one's 100% on me. I with the work schedule and throwing this, I've had the league idea for a couple months now, and I finally just started grinding it. I said, you know what? In 2 weeks we're starting, and I threw this whole league together in 2 weeks, and it couldn't have been done without guys like Ted Manning or Greg Rasmussen. So, it takes hours, and I really thank everybody that's come out tonight. I mean, I don't think I've ever been this excited for iRacing in a long time, since I got my first win, probably.
Well, if the drama that we saw tonight is any indication of what we get to look forward to for the rest of the season, I know I can speak for the entire Bofa Broadcasting Company when I say that we are looking forward to bringing the remainder of the season to the masses. So, Rando, congratulations on the win. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week at Dega. Looking forward to seeing how the trucks play out with everybody here, and looking forward to hearing thoughts when you guys actually get into the Indy cars and the first time people start bump drafting in those. I can't wait to hear the fun comments that are no doubt going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to give a shout out to Mitchell Beaver. He wasn't able to make the race today, but me and him did co-found the BMP Graphics, which brought a huge part of this league together, and also my old man Kirby for saying we can use his logo to kind of give the stream a little bit more pep. And so I figured I'd give those guys a shout out. I was said today, I was like, I hope I get an interview at least once today. I guess this is the way to do it, huh?
Well, it's the easiest
Most
way
definitely.
to get the interview is to put it in victory lane like you did tonight. Now,
Absolutely. It felt so good doing the burnout too, let me tell you what.
Well, you looked like you were having fun out there ripping up the grass here at Daytona. Now, of course, he is talking about B&P Graphics. For all your in-sim graphical needs, you got something going through your mind, you want to see it on your race car, B&P Graphics, you can find them on their Facebook page. And Kirby's Auto Repair and Service. Now, I know I'm gonna mess up the name of the town, so why don't you go ahead and say that for us, because I know I probably messed it up earlier.
All right, well, why don't you give it a shot and then I'll say it. At least you got to try it at least once.
Oostburg, Wisconsin.
It's Oostburg, Wisconsin.
Okay. So for more information, if you are in the Oostburg area and you want quality, honest auto repair at a reasonable price, give them a call at 920-552-0474. That is going to do it for us here tonight. We will see you next week from Talladega with the trucks. Congratulations again, Rando. And you have been watching a presentation of both broadcasting company. This has been the Randy's Rap Speedway Series, Season 1, Race 1 in the books from Daytona. Tyler, I'll see you next week, too. Looking forward to seeing you Sunday when we go to Volusia, your home track with the Dirt Series.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait for that. I kind of wish I was at the track, but oh well, I still get to enjoy watching the race. It'll be fun.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to join us Sunday. Sunday night. Yes, we will be doing an Easter special with the season finale of Total Domination Raceway. That will be Sunday, scheduled to go off at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For Tyler Vickery, this is Tony Trapasso saying we will catch you next week at Talladega with the Randy's Rap Speedway League Season 1.